Go ahead and slide into some college basketball, and we are not beginning with Maryland Penn State, but we are going to begin with Tennessee at Ole Miss. Now that is going to be a 7 o'clock Eastern tip-off at Mississippi. Tennessee opened the betting as the 4.5-point favorite. Total open 149.5. Not a whole lot of movement in this one, seeing two-way action on both the spread and the total. So once again, the Volunteers are minus 4.5. Totals at 149 and a hook. 72% of the consensus is leaning toward Tennessee. 74% of the consensus is shaded toward the over. Now Tennessee's 24-3 straight up overall for the year. They're covering 75% of their games as the official road favorite. The Volunteers rank third in road scoring, dropping 86 points per contest on average in that category there. They also rank third in offensive field goal percentage, shooting 50.4% from the field in that category there. Now, Ole Miss, they've been pretty good this year. They're 19-8 straight up overall, but they do rank 209th in home offensive rebounding. They also rank 236th in defending the three ball. Now, total-wise, Tennessee's 3-1 to the over in their last four, but they're 9-0 to the over in their games away from home this year. So with all that in mind, I'm going to lean toward the road favorite in this matchup here. And as always, I'm going to buy the hook, slide it down, and take Tennessee minus 4 in the over 149.5 in that matchup there. Next game, Rambling Wreck at the Cavaliers, 7 o'clock tip-off at the University of Virginia. The Cavaliers opened minus 21, total open 118.5. And since that one opened up, we're seeing movement toward the under when it comes to the total. We're also seeing a 2.5-point fade of UVA. I'm sorry, 1.5-point fade of UVA in the early going here. They're now 19.5. Total move down to 118. So once again, the Cavaliers open 21 down to 19.5. Total open 118.5 down to 118 even. 56% are leaning Virginia. 54% shaded toward the over. Now Georgia Tech is covering 73% of their games when traveling. They're also 8-3 against the number as the official road underdog. Georgia Tech covers 75% of their games, taking on teams allowing less than 67 points per contest. The Yellow Jackets are also 10-5 against the spread after 4 or more days off. Very good against the number when well rested. Now Virginia ranks 203rd in home scoring. They also rank 127th in home field goal percentage and 170th in home offensive rebounding. Virginia is just 3-4 against the spread in their last 7. Now, total-wise, UVA is 6-2 to the over, taking on teams averaging less than 67 points per contest. Very bizarre stat there. They must be absolutely blowing these teams out in that category. Georgia Tech, 75% to the over on the roads, taking on teams allowing less than 67 points per contest as well. Very, very bizarre there. But anyway, I'm going to lean toward the road dog in this matchup here. Give me Georgia Tech plus 20 after buying the hook, and the over 118 in that matchup there. Next game, Oklahoma State at Texas Tech. 7 o'clock tip-off at Texas Tech. The Raiders open minus 17. They're now minus 16. Total open 128.5 up to 129. 58% are leaning Texas Tech. 65% shaded toward the over. Excuse me. Texas Tech, a perfect 5-0 against the spread in their last 5. 4-1 ATS in their last 5 at home. Texas Tech ranks second in home points allowed. 53 points in that category on average. They also rank first in home defensive field goal percentage. Their opponents are shooting just 34% from the field in that category there. Now, Oklahoma State failed to cover in 4 out of their last 5 games. They're also just 3-7 against the number in their last 10. And scoring-wise, we're looking at an Oklahoma State team who's 6-2 to the over in their last 8. So I'm going to lean Texas Tech minus 16 and the over 129 in that matchup there. All right, next and final game for our college basketball slate. It is going to be Marquette at Villanova. Did I pass it? There we go. Marquette at Villanova, 9 o'clock tip-off at Villanova University, Radnor, Pennsylvania. The Wildcats open 3.5, total open 143. And since those markets opened this one up, we're seeing a little movement upward on the total, but we're seeing steady money on Villanova in the early going here. They're now -5. Total moved up to 143.5. So once again, Nova opened 3.5 up to -5. Total open 143 up to 143.5. 59% are leaning Marquette. 64% shaded toward the over. Right now, Villanova has dropped 4 out of their last 5 straight up. They're 0-3 against the number in their last 3. This Villanova team ranks 145th in offensive rebounding. They also rank 142nd in home scoring. Now Marquette, on the other side of things, they're 8-2 against the spread in their last 10. They're also perfect 5-0 ATS in their last 5 on the road. When it comes to the scoring, Marquette's 2-1 to the over in their last 3. So with all that in mind, I'm going to lean toward the road dog in this matchup here. Give me Marquette +5 in the over 143.5 in that matchup there. All right, let's go ahead and slide into our next and final slate for the show. It is going to be in the NHL. And we're going to start off with Calgary at the Jersey Devils, 7 o'clock tip-off in Newark. Calgary opened 155 up to 175. Total open 5.5 up to 6.5. 78% of the consensus is leaning toward Calgary. 51% shaded toward the under. And at the moment, the Devils are +145 for some money line cash. Now, Calgary's +160, laying the goal and a half. We have Riddick projected in net for Calgary, Schneider projected in net for New Jersey. The Devils are 5-1 against the spread in their last 6. And as always, when I refer to the spread in hockey, I'm actually referring to the puck line. So New Jersey, 5 out of their last 6 puck lines had cashed. They're also 5-0 ATS in their last 5 on their home ice. They're taking on a Calgary team who's been excellent this year, but they're just 4-9 against the spread in their last 13, 2-6 against the spread in their last 8 on the road. Now, when it comes to the scoring, New Jersey is 80% to the under in their last 5 on their home ice, so I don't think we'll see a whole lot of scoring in this one. Give me New Jersey +1.5 on the puck line in the under 6.5 goals in that matchup there. Next game, Edmonton at Toronto, 7 o'clock puck drop at the Maple Leafs. Toronto opened 230 up to -240. Totals at 6.5. 80% are leaning toward Toronto, 82% shaded toward the over. Edmonton's +205 on the money line. Toronto +1.10 on the puck line. We have Koskinen projected in net for Edmonton. Anderson projected in net for Toronto. The Leafs are 5-2 against the spread in their last 7, 6-1 straight up in their last 7 at home. Meanwhile, Edmonton is just 2-6 against the number in their last 8, 1-6 straight up in their last 7 on the road. And when it comes to scoring, Edmonton's 80% of the under in their last 5 when traveling. I'm going to lean Toronto -1.5 and the under 6.5 goals in that matchup there. Next game, Tampa Bay at the Rangers. 7:30 puck drop at MSG. Tampa Bay open 180 all the way up to -200. Total 6.5. Rangers are +160. Tampa Bay's +130 on the puck line. We have Vasilevsky projected in net for Tampa Bay. Georgiev projected in net for the Rangers. The Rangers are 7-1 in their last 8 puck line plays. Their defense is allowing just 2.7 goals per contest on their home ice. Now, Tampa Bay, on their side of things, they've been red hot lately, but their last 2 games, they've won consecutively by just 1 goal, so it's been pretty close for them. Total-wise, Tampa Bay 6-2 to the under in their last 8. New York 39% to the over in their games at home when the line was 6 or higher. Give me the Rangers +1.5, getting the job done on the puck line in the under 6.5 goals in that matchup there. Next game, Canucks, Avalanche, 9:30 puck drop in Colorado. The Avalanche open 175 up to 180. Total open 5.5 up to 6.5. 65% are leaning Colorado, 56% shaded toward the under. Vancouver's +160. Colorado's +145, laying the goal and a half. We have Markstrom projected in net for Vancouver. Varlamov projected in net for Colorado. The Avalanche 4-1 against the spread in their last 5. They're averaging 3.3 goals per game at home. The Canucks are just 3-8 straight up in their last 11. They're winning just 30% of their games that were played at the current market price. Now, total-wise, Vancouver 67% to the under on the road when the line was 6 or higher. I'm going to lean Colorado, laying the goal and a half, getting the job done on the puck line, and the under 6.5 goals in that matchup there. All right, next and final game for the show, it is going to be Chicago at Anaheim, and we're looking at about a pick'em contest in this one. Both teams minus 110 when it comes to the money line. Totals at 6. Chicago 10-4 straight up in their last 14. They're averaging 3.4 goals per contest. Meanwhile, Anaheim 3-7 straight up in their last 10. 2-8 straight up in their last 10 at home. I'm going to lean Chicago minus 110 and the under 6 goals in that matchup there.